Philip is there ahead of the all-important maiden sona of President Ramaphosa. Bulelani, good afternoon again. Set the scene for us. What's the mood like there? Because compared to previous years of sona, it seems that there is a more relaxed mood at the precinct. Is that right?
Yeah, well, good afternoon to you, Natasha, once again. Of course, the buzzword at the moment is that everything is starting afresh and there is a new mood in the precinct of Parliament. Of course, we'll definitely have to wait for this evening's State of the Nation address to actually get a sense of what is this newness about this State of the Nation address. And we'll be having running commentary this afternoon, and our resident commentator is the director of the Council of the South African Constitution, Advancement of the South African Constitution. Lawson, Naidoo, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yesterday, of course, when the president was responding to the political parties, there was a concern that was raised around the legality of the constitution of this parliament, of course, on the backdrop of the dissolution motion. Your thoughts, is this parliament illegal?
No, it's not. I mean, I think what has happened, we had in the Nkandla judgment, the Constitutional Court made a finding that Parliament had failed in its constitutional responsibility to hold the President to account and to properly process the Public Protector's report. That failure does not render the Parliament illegal. In fact, you'll recall that last year the EFF went to court to try and force Parliament to put in place a proper process to hold the President to account, and that's the very reason why Parliament is currently looking at its rules in terms of the impeachment process. So for the EFF to go to court, on the one hand, to hold this Parliament to do something, and then now to say that the Parliament is illegitimate, I think is contradictory.
And your views about this impending motion of dissolving Parliament?
Well, that's a motion that I think Parliament will debate in a few weeks. It's brought in terms of the Constitution. Section 50 of the Constitution says you can dissolve Parliament through a resolution of the House once 3 years have passed since the last election. So that's up for grabs. As I believe, though, that it's not in the interest of the opposition parties to call for an early election. I think with the Cyril Ramaphosa honeymoon, an early election can only benefit the ANC.
In your view, would you expect anything different from this State of the Nation address?
Indeed, I think, as you said, there's a new mood in these precincts of Parliament. It's a much lighter, more jovial mood. We don't see the army and the police as we saw last year. There's no razor wire out here. This is a celebration of democracy today, and it's a return to the values of our Constitution. So I think we're expecting, I expect that there will be something that the EFF will do this evening to draw attention to themselves, but I don't think it'll be disruptive in the way that it has been in the past.
All right, Lawson Naidoo, the director for the Council of the Advancement of the South African Constitution. Obviously also on the same mood that everything is fresh and everything is new. Of course, what we look forward to in the next hour, Natasha, is that just down the road from where I'm standing is going to be the parade. Everybody is going to be dressed to their nines, and I'm sure the next time you cross to me, we'll be starting to look at what our public representatives have got in store for us. But of course, on that note, we'll check to you in a bit.
All right, thanks. We look forward to that fashion show, who's wearing who, and what everybody's wearing. That's part of the preparations, or part of the pomp and ceremony of Sona. We look forward to that. Bulelani, thanks so much. Bulelani Philip, live for us from Parliament.